More spiders on a desert. That's should be good, I think. How well they stack. Oh, gotta get. Oh, just got my thing back up. Oh, lost everything to season bonus. Trying to drag the blues. Not working very well. I have to go back for them. Or is there only one left? It's only the one. Oh, it is. Nice. Lightning. And physical. I think the physical version of this build. Let's try to start now to be all physical. So not dying as quick as I would hope. Oh. Whoa, I stoned myself. Rip. Noob. Noob Bob. Oh, I did it again. Don't let yourself get stone trapped. I need more trash than this. Better up here. Lightning and physical. Physical, gotta not let. Oh, we got the 100. Really, that's swap for it, considering how late, but anyway. Your Barb can't worry about season bonuses. Oh, oh, no, I failed that too. Huh. Didn't notice the guys were about to come. More trash to my lovely yellow friend. Oh, tornado did some work to my oh, on the yellow for this. Come on, hit the yellow. Oh, really? Oh, physical. But I know he's in the pack. Alright, physical shortly. And physical. Kind of in the pack, not so much by physical. Okay, yay! Up there. Eventually. Let's trash up here, okay. Some of it. Physical. Just with the timer. Not ideal. But 249. D1 on season bonus. Very low in standing. I don't have too much if I lose season bonus at this point. But oh, a Condi. Cool. That's actually a well-placed Condi because I have 2 elites. I can get them close. Now if I can click it, that's cool. Clicked it. It's all good, guys. Yeah. Try and get my cooldown though, so I don't die. There we go. Weirdly, it might be worth resetting after 400. It would be a very somewhat of an unusual situation. If I can even keep it. Oh no, there we go. I reset it to 347 since I just died in an explosion. Okay, there we go. Oh, good trash. There are nothing back there. Crap. Oh, death. Okay, I did really badly there. I couldn't seem to get my fury up. I can't get up yet because I need to get Wrath. Okay. Waiting. I don't want to get up until I've got a chance of staying alive. Okay, there we go. Need to stomp in that. Okay, we're back. Spray or whatever it's called is up. Got a speed. We take that. Okay. Going into physical now. What's there? What have I got? I've got little blues here. There's a yellow somewhere. Is that this one? I hope so. Arcane and stuff. We'll see how I survive. Okay, that's physical. Trying to track some of it. So dodging the arcane slightly was good. Oh, lost a bunch of stuff to the season bonus. So I've got my blues and my yellow here. I want to where? Or this. Oh. Moved up a bit to do it. Cool. Nice. Blues are down. Just got this yellow. Really nice if this yellow would like come into a whirlwind. I'd have to leave it if it doesn't want to come anywhere. Where's the whirlwind yellow? Yes, like that. Oh no, back this way. Good. This way. Nice. Oh. Come on, Trash, to finish you with. What else is there? Come on. Come on, Trash. Come help me finish this yellow. I'm worried I'm gonna lose the season bonus after this, so I'm gonna have to be a bit cautious. That'll be yellow down. See if we can pull some stuff with me. Oh. Crap. Press your keys. Okay. Here's something else to hit. Oh, I'm kind of low on resource. Okay, we're good, we're good. Get the season bonus. I really want this 150. I accidentally got myself stoned. All good. Learning to play here. We have a channel. Will temporarily give me resource. A little bit more here first, despite the arcane. Going into physical. Okay. Oh, geysers! Geysers! Yes! That was cool. Okay, make sure I'm keeping up the season bonus, then hit the channel. Physical. Okay. Kind of getting the idea, maybe. I don't know. Cool. Damn, that a bit on physical. Physical is coming up. Physical. Okay. Trying to get some more stuff at the same time. Moving. Oh, we got some blues. If I could kill them, with the yellow, it would be GG. About to have chests actually. Here they come. Might damage some of my elites if I'm lucky. We'll get out of the explosions trap. Put a bunch of my trash off. See what else I could find. Come on, guys. Need more trash. Not a lot around after that. Pressing Rend a bit much there. Going to physical now though, where it's important. These two blues are really low. There we go, they're down. This yellow, I'm going to try and move up to the top. Okay, got more trash for it. Go for a pylon as well. No. Where's my yellow? Oh, there. Cool. Physical. Lightning, which means physical is coming up. Physical. Okay. Yellow's gonna be a bit hard. Physical. Be out of trash soon. Light problem. Be dead. Okay. I want to keep this guy near the... Oh, there's other stuff near the door. Cool, that I can touch. Okay. Oh, bad mobs, I think. They're normally bad mobs. I don't assume they're bad mobs. Cool. Okay, let's move. Remember, I can pull them. That's what's important about this. Oh, I'm only 2% off. I wonder if I should just do next map. Oh, Corvus. Maybe I shouldn't have. Yes, I should have. There's a power. Great. Kill this. A couple percent here. I got a powerful boss. As long as I can stay alive. Cool. Do not spam Rend too much, I will lose my whirlwind. Cool. Cool. There we go. Oh, I'm pretty sure I like this boss. Coming up to be physical. A little bit careful here with resource. Got my stuff. My spawn stuff. I don't like that very much. Okay, you're closer to the power, that's what I like. Pay attention to my cycle here. Okay, might as well take it. Oops, I forgot to like really manually hit on there. It's okay. I'm gonna go down. Ooh. Then I let my... I got too excited. I let my thing drop. Anyway, rank 527. Okay. So, learning to play here. On my Rend Barb. Probably seems pretty low, but that's okay. I will level my low gem. And then take a quick gear and build check. On my Barb. So, I am attempting to run a physical version of the Rend Barb. I do have, I'm going to say, quite reasonable gear. We are over 8 weeks into season 19, and I spent a lot of time on Barb, so I've been able to collect a lot of good gear. I have over 3,000 Paragon as well. I have 3,418 Paragon right here, so I should be able to do higher, but it is my first day playing this build, so I'm learning to play. Okay, so let's have a look at the gear. So I do have a Primal Helm of the Wastes. On this is pretty well rolled. So I've got strength, fit, critical hit chance you want. Secondaries, a secondary resist is a great thing. Things do hurt. And pickup radius is handy as well. So it's a pretty well rolled helm in my opinion. My shoulders, these are my best piece on here. So, oh yeah, forgot to mention, running 6-piece wastes. So we're doing that because that's where the rend buff is. So see, 2-piece set, increase damage per second of rend by 500% and increasing its duration. Gaining damage reduction when I'm whirlwinding. So that's the other main skill in the build, and it's giving me the damage reduction, and increasing whirlwind and rend damage by 10,000%. The important thing there is the rend. The rend is doing all the damage. Anyways, my best piece. Shoulders here. So these are primal, resist all, area damage, cooldown, and rend damage percent. That to me is, in my opinion, what you want. I still feel it's pretty squishy. Some people have told me it's not. I think this is a squishy build, so I've rolled off the strength there for the cooldown. And then where I have augmented, as I say, we're well into season. Higher stuff seems to be easier this season. So I have 10 pieces augmented here. None of my jewelry is augmented, but all my armor pieces and weapons are, with 150 augment, so 750 strength added back on there with the aug. Okay, my gloves. These are okay. Most people, I guess, are looking for a quad factor. So critical hit damage, critical hit chance, cooldown, and area damage. So I guess the lucky thing is I can switch these between cooldown and area damage. I am finding, being very new to the build, starting to play it today, that I prefer having the extra cooldown, because I'm finding keeping Wrath of the Berserker up isn't as easy as it sounds. So I'm running overall cooldown here at 47.5%, and I still don't find it that easy to keep that Wrath of the Berserker up. And if it goes down, you're dead. Pretty simple. So, I'm running cooldown there. If you're really good at keeping up your Wrath of the Berserker or have enough cooldown elsewhere, you'd run area damage there instead. Or if you've got absolutely GG gloves, you could be running quads there. Okay, pants. So I'm running these with strength, vitality, and resist all. Resist all is important wherever you can get it for the survivability. My secondaries there are pretty bad. They're both useless to me in a GR. More useful ones would be something like a pickup radius or a life after kill or something like that. But it's not that important. I've got a bunch of pickup elsewhere. I'm running about 9 pickup radius. So I decided to just stick with these ones for survivability. Okay, and my boots, running strength, vitality, resist all, and regen life there. My secondaries on these are quite good with the golden health pickup there and the health globe bonus on those. I did have another pair that I could have run armor instead of the regen life, but I have a lot of armor anyway because I've got so much strength, so I'm running at 39,000 armor. So I felt like having the little bit of regen life would be more handy for me personally. So it's just a choice I made, but you might decide to go with armor there instead of regen life. Okay, so that's a waist set there, which is really what's doing my damage through my rend. Other set I'm wearing is Istvan's, so Little Rogue Slanderer. So on these, what you want, so you want on your main hand, and some of the damage is based on the main hand, so keep that in mind, and I think that's the rend damage. So whichever of them has the highest actual damage number, put into your main hand. So I'm running 10% damage there. Area damage is important. Keep in mind area damage is only going to work when you manually cast rend, which I was trying to do new to the build in my physical cycle. Keep in mind I'm running a physical version. There are other versions out there like lightning versions, so depending on what element you're running. And that's the main time I'm trying to actually proc that area damage and manually cast rend, because it does use resource. So 10% damage, area damage is great on that. May not need the cooldown on this one, it's just the best I happen to have in terms of damage, so I'm using it with a little bit of extra cooldown there to help me out. I'd much prefer those rolls to be higher. You want 24% area damage, and obviously cooldown goes up to 10. But the key things here are the damage and the area damage. If you had strength instead of cooldown, that's still perfectly good there. Okay, my Slanderer here is doing quite well for a secondary. So I've got some strength on that. I've got nice 24% area damage and a full 10% cooldown there. So cooldown is important for the build, because basically if I don't have Wrath of the Berserker up, I'm dead. Okay. Supporting legendary. So running Lamentation. So Lamentation is giving you another buff on your rend damage. So mine here is at 147% and it does go up to 150%. But this was the highest ancient I had available and I wanted to augment, and we compared that to a non-ancient with 150 and decided that this was actually better overall, but obviously the closer to 150 the better. Okay, braces, Mortix braces. So I think these are quite well rolled with physical, strength, vitality, and crit hit chance. Some people will prefer all resistance there again instead of the vitality. I haven't found any that are like that give me, allow me to have my full crit hit chance and my full physical. Keep in mind again, there's a couple elements being run on this build at the moment. So if you're not on physical, you wouldn't have physical there. You would have whatever element your rend is, be it lightning or something else. Okay, so they're all my augmented pieces again with those 750 strengthers. Now my non-augmented pieces or my jewelry. So I'm running Flavor of Time, recommended. Those double pylons are really handy. My flavor doesn't have elements. So instead of one of these rolls, you could potentially have an element there, be it physical or lightning or whatever other element you happen to be running. But I'm running with other what I consider useful stats, so I can keep this amulet no matter what. It is non-ancient, so it's not even able to be auged. So I've got crit hit damage on there, crit hit chance, standard damage stuff I want. Area damage is important for the build. Overall, right now, I'm running 150. Obviously, it could be 170 if I change the cooldown on the gloves, but I like my cooldown right now, at least until I'm better at this build. And cooldown, Flavor of Times always roll with cooldown, so it's basically unlikely that you'd get one well enough to be able to roll that off. But maybe you will. Okay, Bandamite, this is my worst ancient piece and the only ancient piece I have not augmented. The stats are okay. Strength, crit hit damage, crit hit chance is okay. The orange stat, importantly, is at 80%. I really want that 80% reduced damage for 8 seconds, which is one of the reasons that this is hard to get a good one of. Because if you want it ancient, you want it max at 80%, and then you want something like a crit area damage or a crit cooldown. I would love either of them. Pretty hard to roll. So that's why my Bandamite is a bit under par at the moment. But it is what it is. And Convention of Elements, again, non-ancient on this. I'm really aiming for those stats there. So crit hit chance, crit hit damage, area damage is what I'm running. Importantly, 200% there on the secondary, which is maximum. Okay, so yeah, all jewelry, non-augmented at this stage. I'm not really happy with any of it. So in my cube, running Ambo's Pride, pretty critical. So attacking with Whirlwind, everything I'm hitting also applies Rend. And the total damage of Rend is dealt over 1 second. So that's just making sure like I don't have to manually hit Rend. Obviously I am on my physical cycle for the area damage. The Ambo's Pride application of Rend does not have that area damage. Stone Gauntlets, this is about surviving. But this is the other reason you really need to have your Wrath of the Berserker up. If your Wrath of the Berserker drops, based on the skills I'm running anyway, you're going to get stoned. And I probably did in that run a couple of times. So yeah, great for survivability, but keep your Wrath up or you're in trouble. And Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, this is for extra cooldown when you're hitting with, you know, Whirlwind or Ancient Spear, but you're hitting with Whirlwind a lot, you're getting some extra cooldown, which helps you keep Wrath of the Berserker up. So you've got to be a little careful on the runs between mobs and make sure you're Whirlwinding something along the way if possible to try and get your cooldown from your Obsidian Ring to keep up your Wrath of the Berserker. Okay, standard gems, running funnily enough, cooldown in my helm, resist all in my armor pieces, and critical hit damage in my weapons. Pretty standard for a push damage build of a dex or strength class. Okay, legendary gems. Running Bane of the Stricken. In my amulet, this is mainly help with the Rift Guardian. The real big pushes with this are reliant on season bonus and getting that 500 for angels. I'm not at that stage yet, so I'm expecting to come in here and actually kill the Rift Guardian as I did just then. So Bane of the Stricken's handy for that. Bane of the Trapped, staple in any DPS build, I swear. Increasing damage against enemies under control, impairing effects, anything near you. Really handy. Everything you damage in Whirlwind is near you. Is going to be CC'd, so that's going to apply and you get that extra damage. And Taeguk. So this is increasing my damage when I'm spending on a channeled skill, and Whirlwind here is a channeled skill. So I'm getting that damage bonus from Taeguk based on running Whirlwind, and then that damage then also increases my rend. I'm also getting a bunch of armor there, so I have a great base armor, but I get a bit more there as well with Taeguk. I think that's it. I think I've mentioned everything there. Okay, Paragon. So I have all points over here, keeping in mind area damage is happening when I'm manually hitting rend, mainly on my physical or whatever element you're running. All points in defense, all points in offense, and in core. I've got all my points in maximum fury and movement speed. Moving, oh my goodness, it still feels slow on this build, but it is maxed out there. I have put 400 points into vitality, and that leaves me at about 676,000 life. I had 300 when I played this initially, and I still felt a bit squishy, so I just pumped an extra 100 points in there, and the rest of my points into strength for that armor, as well as a damage boost. Having a look at my skill screen now. Running Whirlwind Wind Shear, so that at least gives me a bit more movement speed. Well, keeps me moving while I'm in Whirlwind. Anxious Fear Rage Flip. This is important for pulling mobs, and I think one of the most important uses I've found of this thus far, keep in mind, I'm a noob. I've played this build for a few hours, less than that, a few runs, is if you want to try and keep your season bonus up, if you're playing this in season 19, you can be pulling a trash mob like towards the exit to help you keep it between levels. Rage Flip is the biggest pull you have on that. Wrath of the Berserker, Striding Giant. So I have Striding Giant. Keep in mind, you do have all of the runes of Wrath of the Berserker through the braces that you're wearing. So through the Mortix braces, Wrath of the Berserker gives the effect of every rune. So you've got all the runes. That's cool. But yeah, you basically get all of these runes worth, but I throw on Striding Giant anyway, just to make sure I get my damage reduction. Rend Bloodlust. Now, there is a bunch of versions of this build and a bunch of combinations between your Rend and your Battle Rage. So I'm running Bloodlust, which gives me healing, and it's physical, importantly. Some people will run Bloodbath, which is also physical. Some people will run Lacerate, that's lightning. I've heard some people talking about running the fire version because actually Rend has a bigger radius, so that's kind of handy. But I'm personally right now running Bloodlust, which is physical and gives me healing. Okay, Ground Stomp, Wrenching Smash. So this is, as well as like pulling some mobs together, this is actually how you are rocking your Band of Might, which is your damage reduction. So Furious Charge, Ground Stomp, or Leap. There's no Furious Charge in this build. I really wish there was, but there is Ground Stomp. So that's proccing those. So it's important to be hitting that relatively regularly. Definitely within each 8 seconds if you don't feel like dying due to dropping your Band of Might. Okay. And then Battle Rage, Into the Fray. So Into the Fray is one of the damage runes on this, so that's what I'm running right now. But keep in mind, I have my Rend at a healing one. So it's kind of good to balance these. You can either go damage on your Battle Rage and then something survivability on your Rend, or the other way around. If you're going a full damage Rend, instead you probably want to consider using Swords to Plowshares, because that's actually giving you healing here in Battle Rage instead. But because I've got the healing elsewhere, I'm running Into the Fray here to try and, I guess, balance that out. Okay, finally, passives. Boonable Kathos. Hey, I like having my cooldown reduced. It starts at 120, obviously, or cooldown reduction, but by an extra 30 seconds. Berserker Rage, extra damage 1 year maximum Fury. So as long as you're whirlwinding in a pack, you're getting that. Obviously, if you're going between, your Fury drops off a bit and you lose that damage. Brawler, again, it's based on this pack damage. When you're in a pack, you got more damage. And Ruthless. So this is helping finish them off at the end. Extra damage when they're below 30%. So at the end, when they're low, you get that extra boost, which is actually really handy on the Rift Guardian as well, assuming you're manually killing it, because if you're running Stricken, that's at the highest when Ruthless is then kicking in on the Rift Guardian, which helps with the end of the kill. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to show the clothes. Slowly run over here. Thanks very much for watching. 130 down, season 19. GG.